the fuck you getting to the money? It ain't that enough.
Hey, listen. Y'all know who it is. Y'all see the name on the screen. But just in case you can't read, I'm going to let you know who it is. South Central B.ROB. And this is the South Central B.ROB Show, episode number 2. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So look, this is what we gonna do, right? I'm a fair, honest guy that loves to take accountability. So I had a few people correct me from last week on the abortion topic on the amount of Black babies that were aborted since 1973. And before I get into that, I said 63 billion. I meant to say 63 million, which is the overall total of babies that were aborted in this country, all races combined, since 1973. You feel me? But the number in the Black community of Black babies that were aborted since 1973 is still an astronomical number, which is 20 million Black babies that were aborted since 1973, which is still crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then when you do the numbers on yearly, it's like 39 to 40% Black women account for that amount of Black babies being aborted. I mean, babies being aborted, period. So that number is high. Like, we are only like 13.6% of the population in this country, even though I think they lying on that number, but we just gonna go with that number for right now. So that means like women is what, 7.4 out of that 13.6. So that means 7% is accounting for 39 to 40% of abortions yearly. That is crazy. Now, of course, abortions with certain situations, like I said before, I agree with. But if you just out here giving your pussy to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you just using that as a way to get rid of the mistake, that ain't cool. You need to do a better job with your pussy. And I said what I said. But let's get into the end of the year, New Year motivational speech for all you motherfuckers out there that think it's too late to get on your job. It's not too late. You can create a new project, start a new project, start a new goal. Don't think because we got 30 days left that you can sit down and relax and say, oh, I'm going to just start doing this shit January 1st. No, you start now. The last quarter of the year is the most important, and especially the last 30 days is what I realized within like the last 5 to 6 years. You don't want to slow down. You want to keep your foot on the pedal. You want to always make sure that whatever you did this year, you're not doing next year. You're elevating. You don't want to stay stagnant. You always want to be moving. It's called kinetic energy. For you motherfuckers that don't know about science, that means you stand in constant motion. You know what I mean? I'm going to give y'all a lot of game on here because I know y'all motherfuckers think, oh, he's from South Central. He named himself South Central B.ROB. He's pretty ignorant, right? No, I'm not going to give y'all the usual LA YouTuber. Y'all not going to get that. Yeah, I'm going to talk my shit, but I'm going to give y'all a mixture of all type of different shit. So when you come to my show, just know you're going to be entertained. You hear me? But like I said, this is the end of the year, start of the year motivational speech. You got 30 days to get on your shit. Get your notebooks out, your phone, type in your notes, whatever. This is what I need to do. And start today. Fuck all that New Year's resolution shit. It starts today. You hear me? But let's get into another subject, right? That I want to bring up, which coincides with this motivational speech, and it's sacrifice. No matter what you're doing in life, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. Whether you got kids, you got to sacrifice for them. You got to go get 3 jobs. You got to go do things you don't want to do to provide for your kids, put a roof over their head. You got to sacrifice to be successful, whether that's saving money, not going out clubbing, not going out drinking, smoking. Like, you got to make sacrifices in order to be successful in life. There's no way around it. And like I said before, when I'm telling y'all the stuff that I'm telling y'all is stuff that I've either went through and learned and overcame, or I'm going through it right now. I'm not about to get on here and be telling y'all a bunch of bullshit that I seen some fake motivational speaker on YouTube or the internet telling me, and I was like, oh, let me go regurgitate that and try to get some views acting like I'm a fake motivational person. No, my motivation is for y'all to see an average Joe person come up. I came up because I stayed focused, I stayed down, I stayed committed, I stayed focused and dedicated to what it is that I love to do, which is music, content, creation. Everything that you see me doing is what I've always dreamed of doing. But it wasn't just a dream. I had to wake up and actually go and do it. And for me to do it, I had to make sacrifices. Sleep less, work harder. And when I say work harder, I ain't meaning like, you know what I'm saying? Because some people say you got to work hard to be successful, and that's not always true. Sometimes you can work smarter and still be successful, and somebody that's working hard can mess around and not be successful at all, right? So you got to find your balance of working hard and smart and put it together, and I guarantee you it'll work out for you. Trust and believe. All right, let's see what we got. What else? Let me see what else I want to talk about, because I got a lot of topics on my list today. Because last week, y'all see, I was just running through the topics. My first getting the jitters out, my first, podcast or whatever, and I was just running through topics, and I only had like 5 on the screen. Then I had to start freestyling. I'm good at really improvising, so it's all good. Yeah, I need to put me on Wildin' Out. You feel me? I'll be very, very amazing on the show like that. I improvise crazy. But let's get into this Lefty Gunplay situation. I normally don't talk about artists in a negative light. I have no beef with this dude. Don't know him from a can of paint. But this is the second time he spoke on race relations, and it just painted my people in a bad light. And I'm not feeling it. So for all you people out there trying to make it seem like I'm hating on bro because of the opportunities he's getting, I can care less. You can go down my social media timeline and you will never see me hating on no artists from LA. I always big artists up. I help promote artists. I'm one of the only artists that help promote other artists. I never just worry and think about myself as an artist in the city. You hear me? So the hating on other artists, knock that bullshit off right now. But like I was saying, the first time he said, oh, he'd be mad if he seen his daughter dating a black dude. Like, and the way he said it and the facial expression he had behind it further let me know that he really meant it. And we do know it's a lot of undercover racist prejudice Spanish people. And it comes out in conversation. And my thing is, you're in our culture. We created this culture. You don't come in our culture and get to say bullshit. Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You feel me? Because I would rather my daughter or my son get married and have kids by another person just like themselves, as far as, being black. You know what I mean? So I get that every race or most people in race or in their race want to stick with their race. I get that. But it's how you say it. You don't just come off and be like, oh, I'll be mad if my daughter was dating a black dude and I came home, I'd be tripping. And like, bro, what is you talking about? How did that conversation even come about? But then we're going to get into the second comment you said on the Back on Fig show with T-Rail and them, talking about shout out to the blacks for the opportunity of you being on the new Kendrick Lamar GNX album. Why you just didn't say shout out to the culture for accepting me? Why you just didn't say shout out to Kendrick Lamar for giving me an opportunity of a lifetime? Why was it shout out to the blacks? Bro, we not in prison. This is not a prison yard. Shout out to the blacks. That shit is offensive. That's like me saying shout out to the Browns that's standing in front of Home Depot helping me move my furniture. Like think about that. Because there's people that's hopping in my comments talking about, oh, well, he didn't mean it like that and such and such, you blowing it out of proportion. I'm not blowing it out of proportion. You should be offended too. The people that's not offended don't know who they are. I know my people was the original people on earth. So I take pride in that. You hear me? So anytime I feel disrespected or my people's getting disrespected, I'm going to step forward and speak on it. It's never going to be a time where I'm not going to stand on the front line for my people. I gives no fucks about what y'all talking about. I said what I said. You hear me? But let's get into the next topic. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, incredible album. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh yeah, you should definitely.
I need to sit down and just go. I love to go just like straight down and do that, but I haven't done it.
No, yeah. I've actually just now doing it within the last few days. I didn't even do it when all the hype was going on, because I'm one of the people that I like to do things on my time, first of all. And I also like to do things when the hype died down. You know what I mean? To where I have a clear head. It ain't a whole bunch of people yelling and talking about this, and that. You know what I mean? So I'll go and listen to it myself. And I feel it's a platinum album. I love it. It represents the entire West Coast. It embodies hip hop. It ain't even just a West Coast album. It embodies hip hop. Like if you really listen to what Kendrick says on all his albums, he embodies hip hop. Student of the game, a true scholar of the game. And you can't take that from him. Because a lot of people was like, oh, this his first West Coast album. No, it's not. To Pimp a Butterfly was one of his most West Coast albums. If you know anything about music, that album was funk inspired. What is funk? West Coast hip hop, G-funk. Like a lot of y'all just don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just be out here running y'all mouth, going and running off with narratives that other people are talking about, and you don't know what you're talking about. You hear what I'm saying? Kendrick is as West Coast as it get. He shouldn't even have to prove that. Just being from Compton alone should let you know how West Coast he is. Who the fuck is just from Compton and ain't West Coast? I've never met nobody from Compton that wasn't the definition of what the West Coast is. Like, somebody please explain to me how that works. But I know a lot of these narratives are coming from the outside world of haters. The outside world of haters in whatever we're going to call this culture, or outside culture watchers that just love to stir up shit, say shit, and people run off with these narratives. LA is where it's at. And if you don't like the city, don't come. Or if you live here as a transplant, move your ass the fuck up out of here. You want to come talking about the high cost of living, the taxes and all this shit like Cardi B was talking about. Why do you live here? Don't live here. Don't come visit. It's that simple. You can't name nobody from LA that has a major platform that speaks bad on other states and cities. That's like me speaking bad on Atlanta, New York, Detroit, and all these other places. Why would I do that? Why? I have no reason to do that. So I'll be confused on why people always feel the need to speak bad on LA. What did LA do to y'all? Is it that y'all feel that we better than y'all? Because y'all always mention that. Y'all always say, oh, these motherfuckers from LA, they think they better than everybody, or they think they harder than everybody. When did we say that? Or is it just in our confidence and y'all insecurity starts showing once our confidence start glowing? Is that what it is? Because I don't see no correlation in what y'all talking about as far as LA ain't the shit, but you here. Contradiction if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the city. Don't come here. Especially if you're not going to contribute. That's like me going to another state and talking shit about their city and don't contribute to what's going on in the communities out there. LA is where every artist has to come. Every actor, every influencer has to come to LA. There's no way around it. This is the hub. This is the mecca of entertainment. You have to come here. You see what I'm saying? You got to come here. And now that rap and hip hop in the spotlight is, I'm not even going to say back on LA because it never left, but it's more on LA now than it has been in recent years. And I believe y'all mad about that. The spotlight is getting took off all these other places that it was on for a long time. And now the music scene out here is bubbling. Shout out to Kendrick. It is what it is. I love it. But that also means for all you LA artists out there, don't think just because Kendrick got it bubbling, got it popping, got it going and it's turned up right now, don't think just because you drop music that your music is going to do something. Because even the artists that he put on the album still got to continue to grind even harder now. Because now he put the spotlight on you. You feel what I'm saying? All the people that was at the show, at the pop-out show, the spotlight is on you. So now you got to go even harder than you was going before. You can't sit back and relax. You feel me? So for all these niggas that think they gonna drop music, it's still gonna be trash. It's still not gonna go nowhere because it's you. It's your music. You gotta get better with your music or just give up. Because a lot of you niggas out here in LA, rap is trash. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's ass. Get better. Get a better writing team. Get some people around you that's going to tell you that shit is trash. Stop. Get off the drugs. Because I believe that's the main part that got you niggas' mind all warped and fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. Get your music. Get better with it. Get your marketing up. Get your, you know what I'm saying? Get you a better team around you that's going to let you know when you're doing bullshit, when you're saying bullshit, and when you dress like some bullshit. Because a lot of you niggas can't dress either. A lot of you niggas is the reason why they believe LA artists can't dress. So when you see me, you be like, damn, this nigga B.ROB put that shit on every time. You're going to see it on this show. You're going to see fashion. You're going to see music. You're going to see artistry. You're going to see me talking politics. You're going to see me talking about love. You're going to see me talking about the Black community. You're going to see me talking about everything. This show embodies the whole LA culture. This is for the city. You hear me? This is for the entire city. I'm about to bring the city together. Y'all about to see all the people I'm about to bring up here. You're going to be like, God damn, he know him, he know her, yeah. And I got real good relationships with these people. These ain't no people that I'm just DMing because they viral or they hot. We not doing that. We're going to bring up the best of the best up here of people that I have real relationships with, that we can come up here and have real heart-to-heart conversations with. You hear me? But yeah, let's get into our next topic. Since we was talking about the Kendrick Lamar GNX album, now all of a sudden Drake got lawsuits, right? The same dude that they said wasn't bothered when this whole so-called beef first started. Oh, he ain't bothered. He ain't tripping off nothing. Them diss records ain't nothing. And then slowly but surely, you started to see this man deteriorate. Slowly deteriorating. And now he's putting out lawsuits talking about defamation of character, saying Kendrick calling him pedophile on the song. Is it that he calling you a pedophile on the song, or is it that he's calling you a pedophile on the song that's multi-platinum and Grammy nominated for the best hip hop record of the year? I think that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? Because on the same token, you clearly said he was a woman beater and his kids was his managers. Like, you were saying bullshit about him too. And mind you, you started the personal angles and he told you to knock off the personal angles before he get personal. And you didn't listen and he got personal, and now you want to bring up lawsuits. And then you want to talk about the fact that UMG was putting out bots and helping boost the sales of the song and the streams or whatever. That's industry. They was doing that for you too. You wasn't complaining when the machine was behind you. Now all of a sudden the machine ain't behind you and the industry is backing out, ain't really fucking with you like that. Now you got a problem and you trying to fake expose shit that we already know. We already know the labels is in cahoots with the DSPs. Like, but the thing is, will you live to prove it? Them people are not about to let you expose their inner dealings. Come on now. Let's be for real here. Like, we know these DSPs is shady, scandalous, just like the labels. That's why they go hand in hand. So you're not telling us nothing that we don't already know. The lawsuit just make you look even more corny than you did before. You want to call the police, basically. You feel me? You threatened a nigga and he pulled up on you and got at you, and now you want to call the police. That's a bitch move. But like we said, you didn't grow up in this culture, so you wouldn't understand that that's a bitch move. You would have to do the bitch move first for us to point it out. And then you'd be like, oh, that was a bitch move. But you didn't already did so many bitch moves. You just got to keep doing more and more and more bitch moves. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you lie, you got to keep lying over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You lose yourself within that one lie and end up telling 100 million. You hear me? But let's get into our next topic. Let's see where we at. Let's get into trying to see what's a good transition for where we at right now. What's a good transition you think right now?
I don't think there are any. I think you just
I was about to say, I don't see none of them, none of these that's on the screen right now are good transitions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to improvise and we're going to figure it out from there. I came across a post on social media today before I came in, and it was on the Passport Bros channel, and it was a list of women that you should use condoms on. Let me go to this list for y'all real fast. This list is hilarious. I'm gonna read a few of them. Matter of fact, my favorite one was, if she doesn't ask for a condom, you should use a condom. And when I thought about that, right, it said, think about it from the perspective of when you about to fuck. And that one bitch that didn't say nothing about the condom. Like, yeah, she probably fucking hella niggas without condoms. Think about that. Cause she ain't first off asked you where it's at. That means she ain't asking these other niggas where it's at. I'm just keeping it real. That was a real point that was on that list. Like, all the other ones was funny. I ain't gonna really get into them. But that one right there sparked my interest, and I felt like I would bring that to y'all. You feel me? And then, like, a lot of people be talking shit about the Passport Bros. You feel me? And my honest opinion, I fuck with what they doing. Now, do I fuck with everything they doing? Nah. But I feel like the women in this country that's mad at men for leaving this country to go find women outside this country, I understand. Western civilized women mind frame is bullshit. When you go to these other countries, these women mindset is cater to my man, be a real woman, submissive, natural beauty, like approachable. When you approach a woman in America, you could say hi to a woman or how you doing today, and she'll turn her nose up to you in America because she think you trying to get at her. You could have just been being friendly and saying hi, how are you doing today? But she think you trying to talk to her, and she get an attitude doing all this extra shit. But then you go overseas, and these women are over there basically waiting on you hand and foot. Now you shouldn't have to leave your home to go looking for something else. But it's the same thing in a marriage or in a relationship. If you ain't giving something, a motherfucker gonna go outside and look for it. It is what it is. If I can go overseas and find a woman that ain't gonna be talking bullshit all day, that's gonna be submissive, that's gonna understand a man's role is to lead. Like, you feel me? I'm not about to be going back and forth with no bitch about my position in this relationship. That's out. I'd rather go overseas or find some woman here. Cause I mean, yeah, it's women here that's on that same thing, but men they like, fuck it. These passport bros dudes, it's like, fuck it. We going out of the country. I feel like we can find it here because I found it here. The relationships just didn't last. You know what I'm saying? And I really, really believe it's women here that are of high quality, that are of high value, that understand submissiveness, that understands a woman's position and understands a man's position. And when I say position, that don't mean that a man is above a woman. Like, it's just position. when we talk about position as a leader, what is a leader? A leader is in front. Is not equal there. And it shouldn't be equal. We should be different. But I don't expect the people that's going to be mad at what I'm saying right now to understand. You got to open your mind up. You got to, you know what I'm saying, stop being narrow-minded. That's on you if you don't get what I'm talking about. Because the type of shit that I'm going to be talking about on this show, I'm going to continue to talk about shit that only motherfuckers up here that's leveled up can understand. You hear me? But that's enough of these passport bros dudes, right? We're going to get into my next topic about should a first date be expensive? Because this is a lot of talk that I'll be seeing, right? Should a first date be expensive? Like, should it? In my honest opinion, I don't think so, because it's a lot of women out here that's only looking to get a free meal from a dude. She don't even like this dude. And she'll go out on a date with this dude just to eat and play like she like this dude. And mess around and take some food home to a whole nother nigga after you take her to dinner and get her cheeks clapped. After you done did all that, you hear me? So she's not even fully invested in you. So why should you be fully invested in her with your money? My thing is, you should be able to take a woman anywhere to get to know her. Go to the beach, walk on the beach, coffee shop, go get some tea, go get some coffee, chop it up, go do some outdoor activities. Why does it have to be dinner? Like, explain to me, why does it have to be an expensive outing for a woman to see you as a provider or a man or a potential provider? Like, I seen a woman getting on a dude about him not wanting to pay for her nails and buy her an outfit for their first date. And the dude is sitting there going back and forth on the phone with her. I'm like, bro, I would have been hung up on this bitch. Ain't no way in hell I'm going back and forth with her about her telling me that she needs to look a certain way on our first date. So I'm the one that's supposed to make this happen. I'm already paying for the date. Now I got to pay for your nails. I got to pay for your hair. I got to pay for your outfit just for you to show up and might not even continue to fuck with me after that. Now I look like a sucker, a trick. I'm not doing it. I would have been hung up the phone. First off, a woman ain't even got enough confidence to even talk to me like that. So the simps out there that's even getting talked to like this and allowing women to talk to them like that, you're crazy. You're fucking up the game. Grow some nuts, poke your chest out, and do what you need to do. Tell a bitch to shut up and get on your job and get you a woman that understands what a man is. And when I say a woman that understands what a man is, that man is going to understand what a woman is. You hear me? Because I know y'all going to misconstrue and be like, oh, he sounds like he's on some misogynistic. Shut the fuck up. I'm not misogynist. I don't hate women. I love women. I want to empower women. But we got to do it the right way. We can't be out here empowering women to continue to keep doing bullshit. We got to call them out on their bullshit like we call men out on their bullshit. I call any and everybody out on their bullshit. It's called accountability and responsibility for your actions. And taking somebody out on a date should not require a whole lot of money to prove that you like this person. Because I might not even like you. I might take you out and don't want to take you out no more. You feel what I'm saying? So it shouldn't have a dollar sign attached to it. It should be, if this man asks you out, it should be up to him on whether he wants to spend his hard-earned money on an expensive date or a low-key date. And my advice to you men out there, if she ain't with going to a coffee shop or a walk on the beach, she ain't the one for you. unless you into trekking. And I guarantee you, if you lead with money, the relationship is going to end because of money. Because you're going to end up seeing that's all she there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make it make sense. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not doing it. You can call it what you want to. You can say what you want to. First dates should be something simple. It should be something kind of romantic, but not even too romantic, because you don't want it to be weird. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Take her on the first date and rose petals and goddamn candles and, you know what I'm saying? And big teddy bears and goddamn expensive chocolate and flowers and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's kind of too much. Like, I want to be able to see who you are as a woman without having to bear gifts. And I want you to see who I am as a man without having to bear gifts. On who we are at the surface level. Who are we at the natural level? I want a woman that's going to show up to this date with no makeup on, her natural self, her natural hair. You know what I mean? Her natural everything is smiling, looking beautiful, good conversation. We vibe, we connect. And then that's going to make me say, you know what? I want to spend my money on her. I'm not going to have no problem with it because she give me that vibe that that's not all she's here for. She give me the vibe that she get it herself. She not worried about what I got. She worried about what we both can bring to a situation as far as communication and vibing. That's it. And then we level up, you know what I'm saying, on what type of woman she is. If she a woman that, you know what I'm saying, that respects a man, and she probably looking at me as like, okay, now I see through us conversating, through our first, or us conversing through our first meeting, that this the type of dude I want to continue seeing because of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a little bit of how I feel about the first dating situation. It shouldn't be expensive, fellas. And if she telling you it is, trust me, that's not the one. She on bullshit, bro. Let her go. All right? But yeah, let's see what we got. What we got next? We got about 5 minutes left. All right. Since we got 5 minutes left, let me see. What can we do with this last 5 minutes that's going to be something good for a YouTube short, Instagram reel? I can't think of nothing. I want to give y'all something about myself because I want to start giving y'all little tidbits about myself on every show. I should have wrote something down and give to y'all. Damn, I can't think of nothing. I can't think of nothing right now. Off top, it's crazy. I can't think of nothing. And I know I'm going to think of something as soon as the show is over with. So what I'm going to do is next show, I'm going to have something for y'all. I'm going to go home. I'm going to write down a list of things that I want y'all to know about me so y'all can start growing with me organically, so y'all can get to know who I am exactly. So y'all can know who I am exactly. You feel what I'm saying? And we can grow. But till next time, y'all know my motherfucking slogan. Nobody in this world got these fingerprints. So that makes me different. You hear me? I said what I said, though. It's South Central.